The Orlando Dreamers may be closer to becoming a reality. Good evening. Welcome. I'm John Brown.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Luann Sorrell. We have learned that a local billionaire is backing a Major League Baseball team here in Central Florida. Let's get out to Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie. She is joining us live tonight. Hannah, this is really exciting, and the team has racked up some serious cash.
Luann, John, for years, people have been talking about bringing Major League Baseball to Orlando, but without a backer, many wondered how this would actually come to be. Well, now we have a name, Dr. Rick Workman. The Orlando Dreamers announcing Workman as their anchor investor. Workman is the founder of Heartland Dental, the nation's largest dental services organization. He lives in Windermere, and according to the Dreamers, they've secured a total of around $2.5 billion in verbal and written commitments for this undertaking. We're told about 60% of that would go toward acquiring an actual franchise, and the remaining money would go toward building the stadium on a 35.5-acre parcel of land in the heart of the tourist district off I Drive in Orange County. We actually spoke with Jim Schnorf, co-founder of the Dreamers, last week. Here's what he told us.
An aggregate of close to $2.5 billion that we have under letter of intent or verbal commitments from qualified investment parties. I think it sends a signal to Major League Baseball and as well as to the Orlando community that we have accomplished the really key aspects of financing necessary to bring Major League Baseball here to Orange County.
Another big name, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, the personal injury law firm, has said he too will join the cause as an investor if the group is able to lock down the stadium and a team. So a lot of excitement with this new development, but a lot of planning still to come before Orlando can really say this one is coming home. Of course, we'll be following this story. We've got plenty more planned for you tonight at 10. We'll see you then. Reporting live for Fox 35, I'm Hannah McKenzie.
Thanks, Hannah. And the Dreamers just sent us a statement about Workman, saying to say that Rick is a massive sports fan would be an understatement. He is extremely knowledgeable about Major League Baseball. Additionally, he has a huge heart for Orlando and shares our vision of the Dreamers having a positive impact on Orange County. Having Rick Workman as our anchor investor and Barry Larkin as our MLB ambassador are two major steps in making the Dreamers a world-class organization. And our team coverage continues today with Fox 35's Garrett Weimer. So, Garrett, you've covered the possibility of baseball here in Orlando extensively. Let's talk about the backstory here about how we got to this point.
Well, as Hannah mentioned, we know the financial backing is there. $2.5 billion, $1.5 billion to lure in a team, another $1 billion to build that stadium. And we do know where that stadium would be. On I Drive, the heart of the tourist district, right off I-4, near the Aquatica Water Park on I Drive. And you see these renderings. They show that domed stadium that would still let in, though, a lot of the natural light that we love here in the Sunshine State. Okay, so what's next? We know the Dreamers organization is growing. They're adding staff. They're hiring. And MLB ambassador Barry Larkin says that they're working to put together a pitch to get buy-in now from Major League Baseball and also from local leaders.
So all we can do is put ourselves in the best position for either a relocation or an expansion. Those are things that are going to happen in the game of baseball, because the one thing about baseball and a characteristic that I love about the game of baseball is the stability and the consistency in order to be successful.
So two paths to a team in Orlando. If it's a relocation, that would be an existing team moving to Orlando. The most likely scenario is the Tampa Bay Rays. That's because their new stadium deal fell apart. You're looking at what that would have looked like. The owner could be looking to sell, and we also know the relationship between the current owner and the city of St. Pete and Pinellas County have soured. Not to mention, you're looking at the Trop there and Tropicana Field. Their lease at that stadium runs out in 2028. So even if the Rays stay put in the Bay Area, we do know Major League Baseball wants to expand. They're at 30 teams now. They want to grow to 32 teams, and reports say that Commissioner Rob Manfred wants to have an expansion plan in place by the time he steps down and retires in 2029. So that would be two new cities that would have Major League Baseball expansion teams. Could it be Orlando, Nashville, Austin, Charlotte? There's also talk about maybe international cities like Mexico City or Montreal. We should note that Orlando is the largest media market in the United States, that does not currently have a Major League Baseball team. So we know the Dreamers are continuing to work to bring in more investors, also looking for office space downtown right now. And then at some point, they also would need to figure out a name for the on-field team. And we know momentum certainly seems to be growing, and MLB Ambassador Barry Larkin there saying that this is a real push. John?
All right, thanks a lot, Garrett. And of course, we will continue to bring you live updates on this breaking story as it develops. And of course, you can download the free Fox Local app right now to get those notifications sent straight to your phone.